Whoops. Hi everyone. Welcome to Roleplayer Adventures. I was just miming all of that. Thanks for joining us. Hi Michael. Hi Monica. We're going to do some more adventuring. But we were going to just do some normal questing. But this side quest comes with the game. And it says that you can do this at any time after Adventure 1. So yeah, we're going to be getting to the end before we do it if we keep putting it off. And so we're going to try doing the side quest. I've kind of put it off as well because I don't know how long it takes. Is it as big as a full adventure? Is it just going to be a tiny thing? So we might end up being a shorter stream tonight if the side quest's kind of big. Or if it's really quick, maybe we'll get a main quest in as well. We'll see how it goes. But I thought we should show off some side questing at least. So if you haven't seen the other parts, this is probably a good one to come in on actually. Because it's, as far as I know, separate to the main story. You don't have to know what's been happening to us. There's going to be fewer spoilers involved. Yeah, it'll all be great. Apart from maybe cards that we've got, because we've each got these kind of... They started out as hands of cards. They're kind of decks of cards at this point that we've each got to adjust dice and all of that good stuff. So there is an arena involved. There is a side quest book involved. And there's some setup that we need to do. But hopefully the other camera is going to show us the way. If it hasn't zoomed itself out, it has not.
Do we need the other things?
I don't know if we need any of this. I think, we need the encounter book. There is a side quest section in the encounter book. I don't think we're going to be having any backstory involved in the side quest. So get that one open.
I was just checking we were ready to go. Have we done the setup?
There's some stuff we need to set up. So we've got the...
Put an XP on A, B, C and D.
Yep.
Place. We didn't save any gold, did we? Oh,
I don't think we've got anything left over.
We need to rub out them keywords. Place bonus play tokens yet. Place a 3. Oh, favour markers yet. We don't have infected.
So it might affect our favour.
So, how many adventures have we done so far? We've done number 6, haven't we?
We've done 6 adventures so far.
Just need to cross that off as well.
I'm just going to tell people that we're on.
So, 6 to 7 adventures. We are clan leader. That's our modifier card. And that modifier card just means that all skill checks are difficulty 3. So I guess that will be the sort of difficulty thing. So if you play earlier on in the scenarios, you probably get less difficulty. Place it face up next to the active space of the party journal. Okay, the arena track records the party's progress in the Colosseum and is found on the adventure map.
There we go, we've got an arena track.
At the end of each fight in the arena, the storybook will instruct the party to place either a stamina or XP onto an open space on the arena track. You must complete 6 of these encounters, win or lose, to fill the track and complete the adventure.
Okay.
Special rule, roll for an encounter. In this adventure, you will find the special action or choice indicator. Lost the pencil. Get that in a minute. Roll for an encounter in the storybook or tome of encounters. When rolling for an encounter, follow these steps. Should we read those when we get to it, or should we read them now?
So it's good. Yeah, we'll read it when we get to it. Yeah, we're gonna. There's a table that you roll a die for, and it'll tell you what happens. So the side quest can be different when you do it.
So, if you have the title, we don't have the title, Free Galliator. It happens in an instant. The crickets stop chirping. A bird in the sky above you locks its wings, now frozen mid-flight. The bodies of the people around you stiffen, their eyes fixed and unmoving. Even the wind has stilled. In the air in front of you, a red speck appears. At first, you think it is only the strain of your eyes, but the dot quickly expands, forming a rift. Beyond the portal, thousands of onlookers cheer in what appears to be an enormous Colosseum. An irresistible force pulls you through to the other side. The ground beneath you has the texture of sand, but is the colour of black ash. Twin suns chart a parallel course above you across a blood-red sky. Thousands in the audience surrounding you applaud your arrival as the rift snaps shut behind you. Place your party marker at A.
There we are. We're at the arena. Read entry A. The normal story button for that.
So, if there are 6 tokens, no. Collect the XP. A wounded gladiator lies flat on her back. When her laboured breathing comes to an end, her flesh dissolves into glittering black ash. The only piece of her that remains is a thin metal collar. Glowing faintly, the collar slides towards you through the ash. It leaps into the air and snaps around your neck. Reveal Discovery Card 80.
Okay, and that is going to be control collar.
Under control.
Stick
Each
that in the
player
items.
place all skill cards from your hand underneath the control collar card.
Skill cards.
Do you know? Only got one. Works
Got a
out for
few.
me.
Mainly flipping dice and the things that let me turn numbers into other numbers, which are quite important in what we do usually. So they're gone.
Emitting a soft light, the collar forms a flickering image in front of you that resembles the immortal knight, defender of Narlos. You hear a voice, but the knight's lips are not moving. The sound comes from your collar. Congratulations, the image announces. The Grand Master of Games has selected you to be the next gladiator in her Colosseum. My job is to test your prowess. Training Module Sequence 1 will now begin. So the following combat will redirect you to a new storybook entry after the first round. Make sure to read the 3 possible outcomes once the first round is complete. So we've got like more options for the combat. So combat, we're fighting the Immortal Knight.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens depending on what happens.
So we've got a modifier to all our fights based on how many quests we already did before this, right?
I would just like a bookmark. There we go.
Hey, people 15. Yeah, the games were afoot. Here is 20, did you say?
30.
Oh, 30.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't say Immortal Knight. So do you need that clan leader card?
So all we need to know is that ask is for skill checks. Difficulty 3.
Hey, that's... He's familiar.
Let me just triple check. Skill checks. Just to confirm. Oh, he's beefy.
He's the cover star of Roleplayer. I think. So...
What's that? 4 down. I mean, I only lost 1 card.
So... I think there's a lot of colours that we can get, isn't there? Shall we save our stamina for now? And see what happens?
Yeah, I think whip them out.
So we only get 4 dice. Let's see what colours. Well, we've got a familiar die, so I can use my card to re-roll it rather than get it out of the bag. But I think... So what does he do the most damage with? So 3, 3. So the 3 blue and 3 white could be nice. But I can bring a white die into this with Mesmerize. That's one of my 2 card plays. It's a 4, which is a bit of a shame. But hopefully we can change that or do something to it.
I'm just going to try and add some dice for now, so I could use that. Could add a red.
Like in Grintaker can add any colour, but
Don't
then...
even need red, do we?
No.
Which is unfortunate, although I can turn a red any colour for the future.
I can re-roll black and purple, but we've only really got that one
I can add
purple.
a green or I can add. I've got 2 familiar dice I could add.
So the...
It could be white and one
So the red and white would be better because you can adjust red, can't you?
Yeah.
Easily.
Let's pop him in then.
1 on the tortoise. So I can turn things into a 5. So I can turn anything into a 5. So I could turn the familiar into a 5, and that's a 2 damage done. But it would be nice to
Can I
do something else. I can turn a 5 or 6 into any colour. I can turn anything purple. But we haven't got a 5. I can tick anything up or down 1. So I could tick that white down 1. And then we've got the 3 done. I can decrease black and purple, which is no good.
Into a 3. Which could that could be this.
I think. Well, I've got the spell book that's specifically for white.
Okay.
So I'll do the spell book, and then why don't you do the
black?
The black, because that's a 3 damage spot. And then so I've done my 2. So we've both done our 2 plays, but we've got 4 bonus play tokens at this point in the game. We've leveled this up loads.
We need to try and use this, don't we? Can we? I can flip it. What's on the other side of that?
I can make anything a 5.
I think we'll make it a 5.
I'll do the purple.
Yeah.
So Onyx Cube, make it a 5. And you can turn things blue, can't you? You can usually, yeah. You could turn that green 3 blue. And
so
then
we need one of these, don't we?
Yeah, I've played a card. And you've played one. So I can still bring in a die of a colour of our choice. Just if we do it now, that's less damage we need to take.
I think we can tank. I mean, it's only 4 damage. And then what's this? Loser thing. It doesn't take it's not damage, is it? You put it back into the supply.
Yeah, just take the damage then. You need to hit.
It's 4 damage. Thanks.
So we take 4 damage because they're the uncovered spaces left on him.
And then we have to take a...
We have to lose a stamina from one of our rows back to the supply. And then something happens in the book while we carry on the fight.
No.
So we couldn't have won the combat in that because there just aren't enough dice between our cards.
Just want to try to place it down. Neither victory or defeat at the end of the first round. The image flickers.
Why is that so bright?
A20. Well, it's not the usual camera for the book, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which camera do you think it is?
I don't know. Is it the right view? I don't know.
It's just why is it so bright? I'll take you off this screen so you don't have to see all of the settings menus. Auto. Is that better? Is that less? Is that less washed out?
Yeah.
I just don't know if it'll focus in as much.
So, the Immortal Knight's image stutters and your sword slices right through. It flickers back into place as your collar speaks again. Insufficient data. Training module sequence 2 will now begin. You pause to collect yourself before the fight renews. Each player return all trait cards from your discard pile to your hand. Then continue combat. Woohoo! Thank you.
I haven't spent any traits.
Continue combat.
Okay. Well, at least that means we can probably do this now.
Yeah.
The camera keeps
I can...
the camera keeps tilting. I'm a bit worried about the B camera, or the thing that it's on at least.
So that goes back in.
It seems to like twisting.
Sorry, everybody. Need a little sip.
So, are we going to pay for any dice this time?
Black.
Yeah, I can pay for a white.
Yeah, let's do that then.
And then we've got 2 coming out of the
Do
bag.
you want to do any of that, or have we got enough? I think we've got enough. Judging.
Okay. So,
Well, we've got a black 5 at least.
that's one. I don't have my card that messes with white. I've got the big one though, haven't I? I've got the Immortal Blade that ticks anything one space. Have you got something that turns things black or blue?
Yeah, I'll just return it to my hand. I can turn anything blue. So that's an option.
I can re-roll purples loads. I can decrease them, which doesn't help right now. The weasel's already out, and I can't re-roll it, so that's no good. I can tick a purple up or down by 1, which isn't great.
Right, so I can re-roll white 1 trillion times.
I can re-roll purple loads as well so the armor. If you haven't seen the armor sets, you can play as many cards as you like from one set of armor, and it only counts as 1 card play. You only get 2 card plays usually. So, I think we do that then. So we're both looking for a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, first go on the armor. 4. It's tempting to stop there because I can tick it up or down by 1, but rather than spend more cards to do it, just in case you need me to do something, there we go. So you can turn that black.
Turn that blue.
Oh yeah, blue.
Doesn't matter either way, but.
So it goes on there.
Right, so then I'll re-roll the white.
Here we go. 4. So I could just do my second card play now.
Shall
and
we just do that to be safe?
It is a lost card, but I assume we are a spent card. But I assume we'll rest
Oh, I hope so.
at some point, hopefully. So there we go.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 XP. 2 coins.
5 XP and 2 coins. Yep.
Get discards back. Dice go away. And let's see. What's what? Seems more cross than normal.
I think it is.
Your performance catches the crowd's favour.
I think it's because all the angles are set up for the camera not looking straight down because it had turned itself.
You attack the immortal knight over and over, but your blows pass through his transparent form. Meanwhile, each time he hits you, you feel a powerful shock from your collar. As you fight, you hear applause and even a few cheers from the stands. It seems you are making a good impression, and the knight's movements help you hone some of your skills. You lock arms and roll him to the ground, pinning him to the ash in a few quick moves. Reveal rare card 3, and there's a little picture of us pinning him down. Maybe that's not us.
And you get to see the ruined bit of the felt that Marty did within about a day of getting this. Record 3.
What's it gonna be? Grapple.
It's grapple,
Ooh.
a skill. Increase or decrease a die of your class colour by 1 or 2.
Well, I can manipulate red loads. What's your class colour?
Purple.
Maybe we'll do that.
I've taken it.
The knight's image flickers and is replaced with a strange figure. Ruby and emerald studs surround her eyes as if they'd been sewn into her purple skin. Her black lips are cracked and her voice is somehow powerful enough to fill the entire arena. "Welcome to the Colosseum of Ashes," she says. "I'm the Grandmaster of Games." This statement is greeted with cheers from the crowd. "After 5 more challenges, you will be returned to your own plane," she explains. "We offer you a chance to earn interplanar glory. When you are ready, summon your first challenger and show us what the best of Ulos can do." Okay, so we're going to roll for an encounter in a minute, but first, place an XP on the arena track from the supply.
Okay.
So we can either roll for an encounter or move to another location.
Let's roll for an encounter. I want to see what rolling for an encounter does.
Okay, here we go. Let's just check the rules. So, turn to encounters chart on the first page of the Tome of Encounter. Yeah.
Is it these steps?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So you could just read it from this book if it's just those steps.
Let's do
Unfortunately, we'll have to be a little bit zoomed out, I think. Oh, that's really zoomed out. Why has it gone so zoomed out? Hang on. No, that's too zoomed in. Let me zoom you in a bit more so you don't have to see the floor. What if this was zoomed in like enough to just get the page in? That would be an idea, wouldn't it? There we go.
Roll a dice from the dice bag.
And it is 6.
Examine the chart to find out which encounter the party will face.
Mind game. Oh, we've got 1 token on the track, so threat below.
Yeah. Find the encounter listed in a space in the intersection. Yeah. Mark it with a pencil. I think we'll just remember what we've done. I want to write in the book.
Get a pen. Okay.
Because we can't, if we get it again, we just re-roll it to do another one. Right, so threat below.
I can't write normal letters anymore. Hey Joel.
Okay, sorry.
How's it going?
Here we
Dream
go.
Alchemist. Oh, there's a file to download and print out.
Oh,
I should have done that.
Never mind. Here we go, Tom.
We need like tape on the table showing you where it's
Yes,
going
there
to
we
be. If we only ever played role player adventures, that would probably be worth doing. Or if we like did all the role player adventures in a row and didn't do any of the games. You wait. I need to just make the. I need the output thing, don't I? So I can read that.
From our UK friends, we had a tiny amount of snow. Monday morning, it was dusting. No, we had a dusting. I don't know if it had melted by the time you went out, but we did have some last week.
Last week we had some good snow. Only for like a day though, I think. Are you getting snow today?
Ooh.
I hope you enjoy it. If you're looking forward to the snow. Rach wasn't a fan of the snow.
I have to drive to work.
Although yeah, I had to drive
and the children can't go outside
on the day that it happened, which is a shame. But like today, it's been really cold and really, really windy, and I've been in here. Yeah, in here. I've been editing the Concordia Solitaria video, which went all wrong, but hopefully it's right now. You see it on Patreon pretty soon. Right, threat below. You wait for a new challenger, but none appears. After a short time, the ground beneath you begins to shake. When it settles, the audience is subdued into an awed silence. Without warning, a giant megapede bursts from the ashes, sending an enormous plume of dust into the air. You are blinded and gasping for breath as it burrows into the ground. A few moments later, it again bursts through the ashes, but in a different part of the arena. The air is now so thick with ash that you are nearly blinded. Record the keyword, ash. Dewey. Hide until the haze clears. Dexterity and constitution, which we're not great at. Well, Rach is okay at, and I am 0 at. Can't see just my things. I'm 0 at dexterity and 1 on constitution. Or we can ignore the chaos, charge in, and fight. Rach, what do you think?
Wow, if we're not very good at the check, remember it's going to be difficulty 3.
Yeah,
Do we want to
it means we can't really buy dice of that colour as many.
Yeah, true.
I suppose we're not very good at manipulating green.
I'm pretty sure that in a
black.
3 check, it's 3 colours 3 times. Or some colours are 3.
Let's try fighting then.
So, 2 on 7. Da, da, da. You are not going to let a little black ash slow you down. You're here for a fight. Ravenous megapede. Uh-oh. It's hungry.
You get lake effect, Joel. What's that? So, we are fighting Ravenous thing.
So he's ravenous, which means at the start of each round of this combat, return a die from the enemy card back to the bag.
Oh, that's annoying.
He's healing himself.
So, we could see if we could... Unfortunately, like, a lot of my spent cards...
Well, I can buy a green
that
die.
add dice aren't there.
Or shall we just...
I think that's unfortunate.
We
We
can't
haven't
make
got
a
black.
lot of black, can we?
No. We should probably... What if we... What if we made green? What if we broke... Like, I can put 1 XP towards a
So
green.
get 2 green.
They get 2 green, and then maybe get a red, because you can manipulate red very well anyway, can't you? And I will use my psionic.
Buy a red.
So my ability, before building the dice pool, choose a colour, and after rolling the dice pool, change each rolled die of that colour to any value. So the greens are... I don't think we're terrible anymore, but we're not amazing at manipulating greens. So I can just set those greens to... I don't know why I'm rolling them. Because I can just say, this one was a 6, and this one was a 2. And that uses
I
up...
should have paid for that green. I can add reds to the... Never mind.
And then... So 4 is okay. That's actually the worst black to come out. I don't think... Can you add dice at all?
I can add red.
So you can add a red die. I can add... Oh, I can add the companion, the weasel, which is...
Yeah, I've got a familiar
helpful.
left. I can add a red. I can add a red. I can turn a red into anything.
Okay, then. So add a red. And I will do the familiar first.
And I can turn anything into a 6, by the way.
Okay.
And we need a 6.
So are you adding a red?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just manipulate the things then?
Well,
And I could...
well, shall I change that then? To a 6.
Yeah. Or see what we roll. Bring a red out and see what we roll. Because you might roll a 6.
Bring a red.
And I'll bring the weasel.
Well, we didn't roll a 6.
No. And we rolled a 2. So I don't think I can flip black dice. But I can re-roll black or purple dice loads.
I can flip a black dice.
So at the moment... Okay then, so what if... So you could flip the black die. Why don't I use Grin Taker then to bring out another black die? That's my 2 normal card plays done. And hopefully it's a 4. No. Unfortunately not. So there's the 5 taken care of. You can turn anything into a 6. My turn dice different numbers were... Oh, actually, I could. If you flip the black, I can decrease it by 1. And then it's a 4.
So
you flip
I'll
the 2
need,
to a...
I'll need a bonus play. That's fine. So let's flip the black then.
So that's a bonus play from me.
And then...
And then your bonus play is turning the red into a 6.
Yeah.
Done?
How am I doing that?
Not too bad, but if...
How is it turning the red into... Oh, that...
You said you got it.
Yeah, I have. I just don't know where I've put it.
It's just worrying if it's not going to let us rest. Maybe that's the thing of this this arena that we're trying to... Hi, Gargaman. How's it going?
So we have done it. So...
Oh, yeah.
2, 3 XP.
2, 3 XP.
Give the cards back.
You live next to Lake Erie. Cold wind comes across the lake water picking up moisture, and when it hits land, it turns into snow.
It's chilling the water so quickly it's turning into snow.
So we did... You managed to land a fatal blow. Next page.
It'll let us rest.
But I wonder if that's the thing of this arena. Of, like,
Or if we
you're not
go
gonna be allowed to
somewhere,
rest.
or if we go somewhere else.
Maybe.
What we having? 21.
220. Rather than flailing wildly, you let your ears and your instincts guide you. You manage to dodge the megapede's pinchers and stab through its shell, digging deep into its flesh. By the time the dust settles, the megapede has already begun to dissolve in the ashes. The audience has missed the entire battle. They know only that you were victorious. Place an XP on the arena track.
So I think we need to go somewhere else.
XP. Okay then. So our
And
choice.
then maybe we'll
we can
get
go
to
anywhere.
rest there. And
The dormitory.
I think we can only fight there.
The dormitory.
Yeah, sure, why not?
If we're trying to rest, that's what I'd go for. There aren't PDFs available of the books in Roleplayer Adventures yet, are there? For playing it doesn't really matter, but for streaming it, in a limited space, it would really, really help.
Let the XP.
Yeah. We've got a lot of XP. There are not enough bunk beds for the number of gladiators packed into this room. A purple-skinned man in the far corner also attracts your attention. He introduces himself as Alizar. You soon learn that he is the Grandmaster's younger brother, but the two are not on good terms. She could free me if she wanted to, he explains, but she won't. Says I have to earn it. But I'm her brother. That has to count for something. His eyes light up as if an idea has just occurred to him. My sister refuses to see me, he explains, but if you do well in the games, she will invite you to visit her in a private viewing area. There is a chest on her desk that opens to this whispered phrase, Okbu Dorek. If you can open it, the chest is full of information that could be useful in the arena. By the way, he adds, I can help you train if you like. Record the keyword phrase. Oh, there's a market.
So if we win some stuff, we can go to her and try and sneak a chest open.
No PDF, sadly. I can understand why, because a lot of the game is like in the encounter books for these things, isn't it? But an app or something wouldn't go amiss.
You just need to move again to a bigger house.
Yeah, and you can help fund that bigger house by visiting patreon.com/slickerdrips. We'll grow the Patreon first.
We can rest here, and we can use an item, although I don't know what we'll do.
So we've got a bit of a market going here then in the dorm. We can buy these cards. I'll put it this side.
Oh, flip a green.
Subvert, which is cheap if you've got good constitution, and Examine, which is cheap if you've got good wisdom. I've got 5 wisdom, so that only costs 4 to me.
How much money? Well, I've only got 2 gold.
Yeah, we can't afford anything
we're
yet.
A bit in trouble there.
So while we're here, we can buy cards from the market for the listed price.
So let's rest.
Okay, so resting. How much XP should we spend?
Join Patreon level mortgage. Oh yes, please. I mean, I've got 11 damage.
if we can.
Do it too.
Oh yeah, I wasn't speaking to you specifically, John. I was more genuine. I was more generally segueing into a Patreon advert. Yes, thank you for your support.
2. Right, spend 2. Are you rolling 2 dice?
What are we resting?
Oh, I mean, it could. 4.
3.
That sucked.
Okay, so fill up your attributes. Only heal a tiny bit, but I wasn't really injured. But
I only healed
most
a tiny.
importantly, we get the cards back and the abilities and the bonus plays and everything. And yeah, prices for houses probably in a lot of places, but in England at the moment, well, pretty much, I think pandemic wide, prices just keep going up in this. But we bought a house like about a year ago,
Okay.
which is like, it's a lovely house, but stuff for filming things takes up loads of space. There are so many poles and wires and lights everywhere.
We're on the property ladder. That's what's important.
Yeah, they don't design houses with streaming in mind. Well, maybe if you were a video game streamer, you need a lot less space for that, don't you? They don't. incorporate like an enormous table and extra monitors and things, and all these cameras to focus on tiny text. Nice
Do we
board
want
game.
to investigate the collar while we're here?
Oh yeah, we've got a collar that we could use. When you touch your control collar, a stream of light is projected into the gladiator dorms, and an image of the immortal knight appears. Careful, if you mess with that control collar, you're liable to get hurt. Something seems to go wrong with the projected image of the immortal knight. At first, it flickers in and out of existence, and then the immortal knight's form appears to change. In rapid succession, he cycles through a variety of bodies, a female orc, a male elf, and many others. The only thing that remains constant is the bright red armour. Eventually, your control collar flickers off, and the image of the immortal knight disappears. Alizar laughs. Looks like you got an old collar, he says. Something must have gone wrong with the wiring.
So shall we go and back to the beginning and do another encounter and then go to another place?
Yeah.
Because if we can rest at these places,
Yeah.
then that makes sense, doesn't it?
So we go, what does the arena say
Oh, yeah.
if I go in there?
Ooh.
I'm
There's not
occupied.
6 tracks. There's not 6 tokens, sorry. So A1. We don't have Challenger. So the audience cheers. Somehow they know your name. And a few begin to chant it. They are eager to see you face your next challenge.
So that's the beginning of the side quest bit. So, rolling a die to find out what we're doing. We've got 2 tokens on the track now, so we're looking at the 2 column. And 2. Ogre's Rage.
How would you have 0?
Maybe if you fail, you don't get a token or something like that. Ogre's Rage.
And that is 1, 1, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Level 1, 3, 3.
High up on the replace things list is a table that doesn't wobble so much. I'm sure it never used to wobble this much. Just writing or anything.
Put that back in there. Ogre's Rage. An enormous ogre rips through the arena from the eastern gate, stirring the crowd into a frenzy. There is something strange about the ogre, but you just can't put your finger on it. However, if you spend too long studying, his rush could easily overwhelm you.
Okie doke. Do we want to take a closer look at the ogre, or defend yourself against his imminent attack?
I think we try. Do we try a check?
Yeah, we're
Just
decent
for
at
trying to
Constitution
check.
and Wisdom. We've just got all of our cards back. Let's
And
do it.
we do like ogres.
Yeah.
Not forget. Right.
Okay, 1, 3, 4. Next one.
You trust your instincts. There is something unusual about this ogre. Crazed.
Where is the skill check book?
I don't know.
It's still in the box. Hang on.
Is it there?
Nope.
Oh dear.
I thought I didn't remember
Oh,
leaving it in the box.
This is an issue. You should be able to see it because it's got a ring binder on it. Rings.
And it's the last thing that we streamed, unless Marty's taken it somewhere. So it was practically mostly set up. Unless it's like,
Not inside one of the other books, is it?
if it's like slotted in. Well, no, because it's got a big, it's a big ring bound thing, and you would know.
It's a small thing.
You would notice. Yeah, but it's ring bound. You would notice if it was. It can't just be hidden inside another book. wonder if it was being stored on a shelf and got pushed back or something.
I only use these 2 shelves. Oh,
There we go. It was on one of the shelves.
this book had pushed
and
it.
got
to the
pushed back.
It is convenient having a Marty to blame.
So we're doing crazed observation. Rach is a teacher on the side.
I've got
Yeah.
crazed.
That's why she's got teacher voice for reading things.
Am I an audiobook? I can't
Why
do
is this not
I
working?
can't do accents. I couldn't do an audiobook. I'm not. I can't do accents. It's good enough for children. That's about it. Maybe I could read children's books. So
My zooms have all been reset by the camera.
it's going well.
What it feels
Going
like
well.
anyway. What's going on tonight?
Hump day stream going well.
I'm very much hoping
Right.
to broaden your horizons and try some board games. Oh, there's loads on the channel of varying kind of levels of difficulty. Well, like Role Player Adventures, there's a lot here and there's a lot going on, but we are like several adventures in. It was simpler in like Adventure 1, but like some of it is like choose your own adventure kind of stuff and point and click adventure type things.
Right, great.
0 is for when you decide to do the side quest a
Stop
second,
talking when I start
third,
talking.
or 4th time.
Right, come on. To play
And
a,
it is convenient having Marty to blame when things go missing.
to play a
We need to do
weapon
the skill
card. Stop
check,
it. Stop it. To play a weapon card, you must move 1 stamina from one of your rows to your fatigue box.
So we need 8 dice. I can pay for white dice quite
Green,
easily.
Green, white. I'll pay for green then.
I'll pay for a couple of white because I think I can get a 3rd one out. I'm going to pay for 2 white dice.
I'm just going to slip this down here.
How many are you paying for?
One green.
Oh, that'll do it.
What about?
Oh,
Do you mean that'll do it?
might need some more
I'll
dice
pay
than
for a
that.
blue shower.
Blue. How many is that for?
4.
So we need 4 more dice out. So we've got another familiar.
Oh, we've got plenty of green there.
Okay, then Rich, roll them.
Well, they won't even
Might
fit
need
in
2
my
hands.
hand.
Yeah, Marty's available to be blamed for everything. It usually is Marty, though. Rach has been keeping up this British accent for years now.
Well, I am from England. Britain. Whatever.
She's from Boston, Massachusetts.
No, Boston, Lincolnshire, in England,
Boston.
everybody. Right. Well, we got 2.
I shouldn't have rolled them, Rach. Oh, you got. Oh no, your pre-order's been delayed. Oh no. Yeah, I hope they come through quite soon.
We
You
don't
got
need
a-
a 3.
I think it sold out quite quickly here as well. It's one of the few things that I managed to group pledge for on the Kickstarter. Oh, are we coming up with cards?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what is no good.
I can't really do much with green and blue. It's
What is
unfortunate
good.
that we drew cards. We drew dice that were the colours that we paid for as well. I should have used my psionic on green. That would have been great. I didn't though. So I've got my card that lets me... Oh, they cancelled it. Oh, no. I hope they're coming through with some more. I'm sure, like, it might take some time at the moment, but I'm sure Thunderworks will be on getting a second printing sorted if they've run out.
Right, so
So I can change. Let's tick the 3 up to a 4 because I can make things 5s. The white. Well, actually, you can reroll white, can't you? So maybe I should do that to the green.
yeah, I'll do it to the green.
No, I can't do it to the green. It's a white card.
Okay.
It's a card that adjusts white dice. So there is one thing. I can decrease black or purple, so that's not helpful. I can add dice. I can tick up or down anything if we need to. can turn anything into a 5 if we need to.
We do need some 5s.
Do we need more dice?
It's possible. But we could probably manipulate these dice.
Geigermass. I don't know, like, of best just specifically, and I'm not affiliated with any of them, but Games Law, I can't remember anyone's names now. Which is the one in Devon? There's Leisure Games, there's Board Games Devon, there's Red Rock Games, there's a big one, Meeple's Corner, that's what I can't think of. Meeple's Corner, great. Thirsty Meeples. There's loads of great ones, but like all like independent ones with online presences that I order from intermittently. Try and give everyone a chance. There's also boardgameprices.co.uk. You can click on and it has a comparison, but not everyone's on there. Like I don't think Games Law are on it, so sometimes you have to do a bit of direct lining. But yeah, Jaws of the Lion is a great shout. That's a brilliant introduction to Gloomhaven. Oh, they're waiting for paper and cardboard to go down in costs. Well, I know that Sleeping Gods earlier in the year, like pretty much straight away, sold out and had a similar problem. And they got the reprint going straight away because they knew the demand was there, and I think they is it getting there now? I think it's taken most of the year, and they were just pushing straight away for it. It's just how long everything takes right now. So what do I need to do? I can turn things 5. I can tick things up or down.
Right, the 5 is going to be useful, so just put that to the side.
Yeah, so we should probably do that to the blue.
So I can turn anything blue, which might be useful. Turn something else, white. But we do one of the greens white, I guess, if we needed. I can add in.
With your Wolf Sword in.
So I can re-roll that.
Yeah,
but that's
so that is a card play.
Whereas I can re-roll it with that, so let's get rid of that.
I'd re-roll your familiar then, because it could count for green or white, couldn't it? Because it counts as a white die. Two? Nope. What's that? 2.
Oh, man.
Roll it on
3.
camera.
Sorry.
3.
What was it to start off with? Is that even better than what it was?
So I can change purple things. I can turn things different colours.
That is unfortunate.
Add stamina. Turn things different colours.
What's on the other side of a 3?
4.
Oh, right. I'm going to return 2 stamina to flip it.
Okay.
Because it can count as a white.
Yeah. Did you put that in your fatigue?
Yeah.
It goes to your supply.
Okay. But there, we've got a 4 now.
Yep. You've used all of your rerolls though.
Oh.
We've still got to work out, can you flip anything else? Can you flip a green? I don't think I can do anything to green. I can bring a new card. I can bring a new die in.
No.
I've got the grin taker still. Like, I can add a white die, or I could bring in another green die. It's just that I'm going to find it hard to manipulate.
I can only flip black. I can turn anything into a 3. Or a 6. That's my... This is not going as well as what I'd hoped.
So we don't need a 1 for anything, do we?
But you could play the one that does a 5. We do need a 1. We need a 1 here.
Yeah, there isn't another one though, because I can copy a. I can copy a die.
You've got a card to turn the white into a 5, and then you can copy the blue.
Yeah, this is 1 use per scenario though. This card.
Well, I know, but I just don't know how we're going to make a 1.
So I could turn one of them 5. copy that ability with another card, and that's a bonus play. So that's out of the scenario now. Sleeping Gods is a great one. My live playthrough of it ended in disaster, but I'll try again one day. The campaign we actually did, our 4-player campaign, went incredibly well. We got so many things. So all we got to do...
Can we even manipulate?
Well, yeah, but it's just probably going to take all of the bonus plays. I can add a black or a purple die, do loads of stuff to the purple die, and then can we turn it green between us?
Yeah, I can turn it green.
So that's probably what we're going to have to do then. Or I can do my familiar. So I can do my familiar, and that's... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes, yeah, I've played that many cards. So I can do my familiar. Find the day out. What's that? 2?
2.
So I can decrease a black or purple by 1 or 2. There. And then you can turn it green for your other card play, and that's not a bonus play. The campaign just went south. It went really well for a few parts. The last session of it just... I think I was in an area that was too difficult and pushed my luck too far, and you can end up in a bit of a spiral of losing things and dying and getting punished for that.
So 2 XP.
2 XP.
And they can go back.
Yeah.
Did we play any weapons?
Yes.
Move one of your staminas to fatigue box for every weapon you played. I didn't play any weapons. You got the book. You noticed something strange. Hey?
Why does that seem zoomed in now?
It is more zoomed in. What is going on? The longer you stare... a bit more. Oh, it just fits. The longer you stare at the ogre, the less real he seems to you. There is something always artificial about its movements, and you notice that it casts no shadow. Trusting your instincts, you simply allow your attacker to charge towards you. When he brings his fist crashing down, it passes through your body as if the ogre were simply a ghost. Then he vanishes entirely. Behind where the ogre once stood, you spot a frail human man with a long white beard. His eyes widen when he realises that he's been spotted and that you've seen through his illusion. Before he can cast another spell or play another trick on your senses, you place a blade to his throat, forcing him to concede. Place an XP on the arena track from the supply.
Okay, that's 3.
Where shall we go now?
Okay, look at the training arena.
Yeah, let's go now. So we don't have any of those keywords, so collect the XP. You enter an enclosed space that resembles a small indoor arena. A green-skinned woman with a tentacled mane and needles covering her body is arguing with a kobold warrior dressed in full armour. She wraps one hand around the kobold's neck and slams him against the wall. As she does so, you notice a small pouch of gold drop unnoticed from the kobold's pocket onto the floor. The flesh around the woman's neck expands and collapses as her anger at her opponent rises. Do we intervene to save the kobold warrior, or do we grab the gold while no one is looking?
I don't know. Kobolds are Dragul, aren't they?
I think we save him.
What? You don't think we save him?
We do. We should save him.
But historically, based on choices that we've made, we have...
I don't want this crazy...
We have looted while people died.
She looks very mean. I know, but... We need to start. Are we going to try and get some Dragul favour or not?
Yeah. We're saving the Dragul.
Let's save him. Okay. That's right. You step forward to stop her attack. Got to hold it because it keeps trying to fall off. The tentacle-haired woman smiles and she relaxes her grip on the kobold's neck. Finally, she laughs. Someone who will stand up to me. The woman shakes your head. Oh? I'm pretty sure that should say hand. And introduces herself as Gasharak. You could make a worthy challenger, she tells you. Get some wins and we'll talk. If you can beat me, you'll be the new champion. Gasharak chuckles at the thought and turns to her training. The kobold approaches you. My name is Armand Ra, he says. Next time, spare yourself the trouble. I can handle myself in a fight. Despite his words, it is clear that Armand Ra is relieved and grateful for your assistance. You notice that he has a small tattoo of a battle horn on his neck. So, we don't have these... Do we have the title Haunted? We do, don't we?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Unfortunate. Armand Ra's tattoo glows when he approaches you. Strange, he says. I get the sense that Cathandor is with you, but you are not Dragul. I wonder if he's somehow blessed you, or else you carry his curse. It's not reveal, it's a curse. So we don't have any of those keywords.
I don't think so.
There are at least 3 XP on the arena track, so we can challenge Gasharak or Gazarak. Dragul, does that count as the highest favour?
I would say so. That's our highest favour.
Let's ask him.
It doesn't say exclusively our highest favour.
I'm calling it. Do we have the keyword horn? No, we don't. The Horn of Cathandor, Armand Ra explains. He was the greatest commander the Dragul armies have ever known. He was also my ancestor. I have always strived to model my own life after his. Armand Ra hands you a slim, leather-bound volume. The book is entitled The Dreams of Cathandor. He wasn't just a warrior, Armand explains. He was also a prophet. According to legend, he had the ability to travel into the dreams of others, even those who lived in the past or the future. Descriptions of those dreams have been passed down through the generations. This book is considered by many kobolds to be a sacred text. Is that true?
What?
When tie the top one is high, so start.
Well, yeah, it's too late now, though.
Well, we're doing it now.
Don't stop.
You accept the volume and begin reading it immediately. A description of one dream in particular stands out to you. Cathandor describes reliving a famous battle with a hero from the future, someone who was once a member of the King's Guard, but would later be known as the King's Assassin. Record the keyword horn. Each player increase your wisdom attribute score by 1. Have we got Cathandor's horn? Or did we lose it?
I don't think we've got it.
I haven't got it. I think we used it.
Maybe.
You got it.
Oh, we never got it. I don't know.
I think we used it. Or did we give it to somebody? Doesn't matter.
So, shall we rest?
Yeah. Later on we can come back and fight her then.
Let's rest for 2 again.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
9.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm fully healed. Winner. Oh.
Okay.
Oh dear. Go back to the arena?
Yeah. Travelling back.
haven't got Challenger yet, so roll for an encounter.
Six. So 3 6.
Refusal of arms. 154. If again, it's this book.
I feel like we should have had some more dribbable paper as well. I feel like we've done some very nice things that were ignored. Favour-wise, people said thank you, but favour didn't happen. A frogkin armed with nothing more than a spear is pushed into the arena by 2 Colosseum guards. He is short even by frogkin standards. When the gates close behind him, he takes a few steps forward, but when he sees you, he drops his spear and runs toward the edge of the arena. The audience laughs as he desperately attempts to scale the walls so that he can escape into the crowd. A few pelt him with stones.
Oh.
Tell him to pick up his spear and fight, or convince him to forfeit the match. You're a bad guy, Rach. But your character is the bad guy?
Well, I can't get in character. I'm too sad.
I've got loads of charisma and a bit of strength.
Well, Rogash would.
You've got strength.
Rogash, as you know, would kill him on the spot. To be honest.
Well, that's Rach's choice.
No! He's not going to forfeit, is he?
You're Rogash. Convince him to forfeit then.
What do you want to do?
Convince him to forfeit.
Okay.
I've been very clear on that.
You haven't. You attempt to speak to the frogkin, but he trembles with fear at your approach.
Persuasion, level 3.
We can add a random dice to the pool after we've done the dice. Because he's cornered. So we get an extra dice, basically.
Okay.
Fight and lose on pit. That would have been a really good idea. Although not in the spirit of Rogash, but in the spirit of me.
So I could pay for a couple of purple there.
Yeah, I can chip in. Shall I do a blue or white? Because I'll do a red, but I can add reds as well. But I suppose we don't want to add too many with cards. So put a red in. Should I put another red in?
Yeah. And then 4 random.
Yep, 5. 5 more because we get an extra one random for being cornering him.
There we go. So what do we need? We've got... So I can I change a purple? I'm pretty sure yeah, I can do grapple, which is my class colour. I can do glaive, which is up or down a purple. So I could just do glaive, tick the purple 1 into a 2. That's done.
So I can tick the red.
Yeah.
Let's...
You can pay 2 XP and flip that white. We've got a white 6.
Here we are.
And then surely we could do this. Well, I can make anything a 5. It's another lost card. Like, it would be better if I could do it through
Shall I bring in a
armor
red?
and rerolls. Or can you not turn one of those red?
I can turn a red into things.
Oh.
Yeah. I can.
What number do you need? 1.
Yeah. You just drop the bottle.
Well, wait. Let me reroll.
Yeah.
Because I can reroll black or purple. So let's see if I can get the purple first. So I need 5. 3 again. I've got 4 attempts. So that's 6. I could do another card play to make that a 5, couldn't I? Let's try the black. See if we can get it close to the 1. What's that? Can you flip reds?
No, but I can flip a black. So I could flip it then turn it red.
Yeah, it's just we're both going to use a... Yeah, it's not worth risking a
We're
reroll.
going to go back to a remount. We say we
So
will
I
have
can-
to rest.
I can decrease the purple by 1. It's only 2 bonus plays as well. And then you can flip the black and then turn it red. And that's one
here's
bonus
the
play.
evidence. Flip the black. Turn it
We get
red.
our rest back. Is that 2 XP?
Whee! Yeah. This card's back.
I've only lost the glaive as well. And we've still got 2 bonus play tokens, so maybe we don't rest. I suppose we've just spent some stamina for our rose.
He agrees to forfeit. You convince the Frogkin that he has nothing to fear as long as he is willing to throw the match. The two of you put on a convincing show, but the fight that proceeds is merely for show. In the end, he allows you to disarm him, and he drops to his knees. In return, you spare his life. He thanks you curtly, and then races out of the arena. Put an XP on the track. I think we should have had a Dragool for that. Record the keyword Frogkin, and then we can do another one or move.
I suppose we should have a look in the grandstand.
Yeah?
There's still presumably 2 of these we need to do.
Yeah, but remember as well, we can go back to the training arena and fight that woman as well.
Oh, yeah.
So collect the XP.
Thousands of audience members fill the tiered rows of the amphitheatre. You notice a poster bearing the image of a man in all black wearing red and white makeup. The Great Calso, the poster reads, and in smaller print it lists the days and times of his appearances. You discover the very same entertainer making his way through the crowd. A large group of children follow him through the aisles and laugh as he plays tricks on members of the audience. You notice that Calso is wearing a necklace bearing King Taran's family crest. If you have the keyword iron... No. Otherwise... The crowd cheers as 2 new gladiators enter the arena. One is an enormous minotaur, twice the height of the other combatant. An elf, the elvish fighter, a member of the audience, explains to you, goes by the name of Hans Baha. He has so far... What? That's how you say that. He has so far won 3 matches, but is not expected to survive a 4th. And you pronounce it Minotaur as well.
Minotaur.
Definitely Minotaur. You sit down to observe the fight. The elvish gladiator manages a surprise upset and the crowd goes wild with excitement. Afterwards, you notice money changing hands. It appears to be customary for audience members to bet amongst themselves on results of the games. Story run out. We don't have any of those, do we?
You spoke
Ash.
too soon. I was pausing for dramatic effect.
Suddenly, you find yourself surrounded by fans who badger you with questions about your match with the Megapede. Each has their own guess as to what happened behind the cloud of ash, and each very much wants you to confirm their version of events. You spin a heroic tale that you hope will satisfy them all. The end of your story is met with applause, and you find yourself signing autographs from the hero of the ash. Erase the keyword ash, and then add a charisma. Ash is gone. Charisma. This is great. We've gained a wisdom and a charisma, which are like the two things I've kind of been spamming. But now I'm in trouble because the reason I didn't level up these stats for me is because I was already on 5, and if I leveled them up, our limit is 6 for any one stat. So until we pour like 4 more sets here, which is like 21 more XP to raise our attribute limit to 8, if I gain wisdom or charisma through anything, it'll be wasted. You've got to go all in, though. Maybe we need some extra stamina now, don't we? Just one on there. Okay, story. So we know now then that Dragool is not our highest favour. Even though it should be. We have helped a lot of Dragool. Bet gold on the next match. Yeah? Let's bet some gold. 2 new gladiators enter the arena and find someone in the crowd willing to accept your bet for the next match. To place a bet on a gladiator, place up to 4 gold in the centre of the adventure map from the party journal. You may not place a bet greater than the amount of gold you have. Then roll 2 dice. If the result is 8 or lower, you lose. If it's 9 or higher, you double your money. You may only take the place on a bet on a gladiator once per adventure. Rach is going to decide here. Roll it on the map, Rach. This is going to be the decider. It's all on Rach. The skill involved here is intense. Oh, Rach, you did so well on one of the dice and
that's it.
Completely messed up on the other die. You've just lost us all of our gold. It's a tragedy. So I think I'll make the next decision.
We would have only gained 2 gold if we'd won.
That would have been a fortune to us. We only had 2 gold. If you had doubled the amount of money that you had right now, you'd think it was amazing.
Right, are we resting?
We could have bought the examine card.
I
suppose, yeah, we could do like a 1 XP rest. We don't need
to.
I
want the skill back.
But I suppose we might as well. 5. So that's all of that. And I think it all goes in my charisma row. A 1 of it was just gained from somewhere else. Then we get the bonus plays and stuff. That's resting done. Yep. Okay. So we try and use the control collar.
Oh yeah. We didn't use that, did we, at the training arena?
No.
We're going back.
Well, now I'm back in charge.
Don't you worry. 80. Da, 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 da.
You tug at your control collar. When you do, a stream of light projects onto the empty seats in front of you, and with it, an image of the immortal knight appears. Something goes wrong. I was just checking it wasn't the exact same thing as before. Your control collar begins to make a series of mechanical scratching noises, and the immortal knight's image flickers in and out of existence. Finally, the image seems to reset. Congratulations, the voice from your collar announces. The Grandmaster of Games has selected you to be the next gladiator in her Colosseum. My job is to introduce you to the rules of the arena. The ghostly image of the immortal knight swings his sword, cutting into your shoulder. With a burst of light, his image vanishes again, and your control collar seems to shut down. Take 2 fatigue. That's a big one. We're not exhausted. Yeah, let's bet gold on the next match.
Well,
oh, Rach. You lost all of our gold. So we're going back to the arena for another arena.
Going back to the arena for another arena?
Yeah. We need a bookmark or something in this one.
That's it. Well, I lost the bookmark for this one on the floor.
Okay, so we've got 4 things on the arena track now. 6 again.
Why'd you roll on the 6?
Because I'm great. I should have rolled the best.
Stone cold.
I thought, let's give Rach a chance.
Stone Cold.
Page 316.
Imagine it's page 316.
Never mind. It's probably not. It's unlikely.
Is that what you think?
Unless they
Is it because it's Stone
unless
Cold
they really want to lean
in?
into the reference, I doubt it's.
They're not going to, are they? Half a dozen gladiators stream out from the northern and southern gates. The Grandmaster's voice reverberates throughout the arena, announcing a special event, but offering few details. Soon a rift opens and a creature emerges, slipping into the ashes. Moments later, one of the other gladiators is turned into stone. Another gladiator panics and runs to the edge of the arena. His shield is so polished that you can see your own reflection. If the creature were to see itself, it might turn to stone. Do we steal the gladiator's shield and use it in battle, which is a check of dexterity and intelligence, or fight? Fisticuffs.
So
we're
I'm
fighting
decent at
Medusa,
intelligence.
basically.
Black and blue. We're pretty good at skill checks, aren't we? Or do you want to fight?
Well, no, you'd steal the sword.
I like the
Even
idea of being
Mogash
crafty.
would do that and
Go on then.
shine it. So what? Whoa.
Hi Matt. You've been watching. Did you see Rach
202.
throw all of our money away?
202. This is an important story here.
You run towards
You
the
run
Panic
towards the
Gladiator,
Panic
but he
Gladiator,
refuses
but
to
he
relinquish
refuses
his
to
shield.
relinquish his shield.
Turn your mic off, Rach.
Why?
I had that line prepared.
He didn't.
That was the one line I said before we started. Let me read the Panicked Gladiator line.
He
I've been
didn't.
practicing that
He
all week.
didn't. Right, we are cornered now.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Oh, we've cornered the gladiator, haven't we? Right. What is it? Thiefcraft. Thinking of that doesn't make sense. Late. It's been a long day. Purple nails, I'm out. What's wrong with purple? They won't be purple tomorrow. Christmas nails. I saw Tom.
I was
He
saying.
did push me.
I was saying, Rach, bet sensibly.
so
Bet
that he can
sensibly.
blame me when it all
Rach,
goes
it could all
wrong.
go wrong. Don't bet all of our money, please.
So we get a random.
And she
Dice
said, "I
again.
promise I won't roll a 1." So what do we need to do?
Purple
We're
nails
paying
match
for things.
the thing.
Maybe it looks like you've got no nails.
No. Right, I'll pay for a black because you can't pay for a black.
Marty has been building
Everyone's
nests.
telling tales.
Marty has been building nests out of books lately.
Just blame Marty. Is it blame Marty? But I'm paying for a black.
You're paying for a black.
Yeah.
Well, if Marty didn't want to be blamed for things, he'd be in his perch on camera. But instead, we have no Marty cam.
Are you buying anything here?
I can't really buy black.
Blue might be a good idea.
I could buy a couple of blue. I can't really manipulate them though. Maybe it would be better to have other colours out. Like, what if I just bought like 3 purples? I'm going to buy 3 purples and I'm going to say psionic. I'm going to set purples to anything.
Why are you buying so many purples?
Because we can I can set one colour to anything. I've already got cards that change purples to things, but I want a lot of things of one colour, don't I? So do you want to buy a purple? Since we know that purples are going to... We did this strategy last time and then haven't used it since.
Sure.
If you buy a purple, then that's 4 dice that are the wrong colour, but can all be the right number. And one of them is purple. So how many dice is that? 5?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
One more.
Ugh, no more purple, unfortunately. I'm in charge of these recordings.
Right, so
I can edit these recordings to make anyone say anything. I'm going to edit in clips of me going, no, Rach, that's reckless. That's too much money to bet. Don't do it. I'm going to edit the roll to be snake eyes. I'm going to edit the roll to be double sixes, and then Rach changed them to ones. All with my CG technology.
So, shall I tick... What we're going to do here? I can tick the...
So changing...
5 to be a 4.
Yeah.
Imagine. I'll do that. And then we can set these to the other numbers. So 2, 6.
So turning things other colours.
4.
I can tick
2,
things.
6, 4. Oh.
I can turn things green or
And
purple.
we're still missing, yeah.
We haven't got a 5, have we? I can turn a 6 into any colour. So let's turn the 6 purple into blue.
Should I have that? Yep.
And then I can turn the 2 into the green that we need. Can you turn things blue or black?
I don't think we can turn anything back. I can turn a red into any colour and we haven't got a red. I did offer, but you were like, no.
I can turn 5 any colour, but we haven't got a 5. Well, I can bring the weasel into this, but it's going to be a bonus play. Yes, please like and comment, everyone. And check out Patreon or Ko-fi. Any of those supporting places.
Shall I turn that into a blue?
Yeah.
Alright.
And then the only thing we need to sort out is the...
Is a 2.
That's a 2. I can reduce it by 2.
Let's do that.
I guess since it's a bonus play anyway, isn't it? We might as well not risk by re-rolling. Let's do something that's certain. So we get 2 XP. And some results. But if we need some like crazy high-tech app. All of us have iPads that are updating all of these things on the screen.
So we take the shield.
Technology is not there though.
You grab the shield and point it at the basilisk as you charge forward into battle. You close your eyes to avoid the creature's gaze, so your only clue that your plan was successful comes from the cheers of the crowd. When you open your eyes again, you discover that the basilisk has seen its own reflection and has turned to stone. Place an XP on the arena track. Go to storybook entry A2.
A2. So it must know that, because that adventure is only for if you had 4 things, so it knows now that we've got 5 dots. I thought, speaking of iPads and stuff, I don't know if we'll be able to do this 2-player, I'll probably have to print it, but Rach, they have made a Christmas table of Super Skill Pinball, like exclusively for print and play, that has just come out.
Well,
I was thinking today that's like, I wonder if I can get like the iPad so that like it would come up on screen. I don't know if that works though, and I certainly don't know if I could do it with 2 iPads. Just thinking that would be cool. Like you wouldn't have to worry about any glare on like printing it and laminating it, but it's probably easier to just print it and not laminate it.
the crowd quiets down as the Grandmaster's booming voice fills the arena. We have watched your progress with great interest, says the Grandmaster, her voice echoing, and you have not failed to entertain us. Perhaps you would be willing to join me in my private viewing area. I have some guests who are very eager to meet you. We know the password.
Card 43
free her brother.
is the private viewing area.
Let us in. Let us in. Let us in.
Yep.
Yep, so roll for an encounter or move.
Shall we move?
Yeah, so put an XP on it.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see it there. Are we going there? Because remember we can fight that
Okay.
woman as well.
Yeah, I think we'll.
Okay.
This might not be deciding anything, and maybe we'll be back here. You can do this in between any of the quests as well. Like, we didn't necessarily have to wait this long. We just did. I know. Yeah, it's definitely it's a session length one, isn't it? Which is good. I just wasn't sure. That's why I announced the schedule and stuff. Said it was going to be Adventure 7 because I didn't know what we were going to do. A gate opens and several guards allow you to ascend a wide set of marble stairs that lead high above the arena. At the top of the stairs, you enter a room made of glass. A wide balcony faces the arena. There are intricately carved wooden seats lined with plump red cushions and tables filled with colourful fruits, cheeses and breads in 100 varieties. A few rich patrons gasp simultaneously with delight and fear when they see you. The Grandmaster simply nods appreciatively. My guests and I were impressed by your performance, she says. Respond with wit and charm or outrage over your imprisonment. Well. Oh, actually, we should have rested because I would say with charisma, but I wore out all of my charisma stealing that shield. What do you reckon, Rach?
What have we got?
Well, what choice do you want to make?
Well, I would be angry because I've been in prison before and I don't like it.
Go on then. Respond with outrage.
You want to do charm, don't you?
Yeah, but I've spent all of my stamina for it.
Okay, let's be outraged. I'm not happy.
So
E3, see? You flip over one of the tables, sending fruit flying into the air and charge at the Grandmaster. Your weapon's drawn. Your collar immediately lights up, sending a surge of pain through your body. You fall to your knees and grasp at your neck. A feisty one, the Grandmaster says, and her guests laugh. I'll make you a deal. If you can stand the pain for 60 seconds, I'll give you a reward. You can already feel yourself starting to pass out. Resistance.
Resistance. Yes, I am too exhausted to be charming at the moment. We needed a quick rest. That's all we needed. Hey, Board Game Geek. I love this game as well. Oh, thanks for putting us on the homepage.
Wow.
Hello, homepage BGGers. We are adventuring. We are questing. We're side questing in Role Player Adventures. And we've just found our way into the private viewing area of this person that's imprisoned us.
Did you put 2 XP on when we did the...
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been
so far.
Yeah, I think so.
Then.
I don't know if we might have forgotten the last one. Keep an eye on it for us, Mariano. I think we're all right. But we are, yes, we're
resisting.
We've just been outraged that the Grandmaster here has kind of kidnapped us and put us in this gladiator arena where we've done a load of successful fights. We're outraged that we've been put through this. And we've been told to withstand some, we've got collars on and she's shocking us through these collars. We've got to withstand this pain. And for that we've got to do a skill check. Based on how many encounters in the normal game we've done 6 of them up to this point. So we've got this clan leader card that applies to every challenge in this, so it makes all skill checks difficulty 3. So you see the different difficulties of them. So we've got to get this configuration of colours and numbers on the dice. We get 8 from the bag, but we can spend some stamina to get them out. And I haven't got my long-tailed weasel stuck away for this one. So do we need? A lot of red, which you're good at getting.
No, I'll buy 2.
I haven't got my psionic either, have I? I spent that on our last test. So blue, I could spend a bit of stamina to get to blue. Right. So your stamina is your health as well. So you've only got so much you can spend. It's 2 to get a die. You've only got so much on each row, but also our health is 22. So we can only have 22 stamina here before we die.
I've got 23, excuse me.
I Rach got 23.
So I bought 2 red.
So 2 red and a blue.
Shall I buy a blue?
Yeah. And then white. I've got a lot of white. It's just, yeah, I'll pay to get a white as well. So how much is that altogether? I still don't think that's loads. 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it's 12 fatigue, I think. If we rest after this, hopefully we get a chance to rest at some point soon, then it'll all be grand, won't it?
How do you want roll?
Oh, is this our pool?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. What have we got?
Ooh. Oh.
We got some good blues. So roll all these dice, and then we can play cards from our hands to manipulate these dice. So, like, if you're familiar with Role Player, the kind of things that you buy in Role Player, and you're trying to get armor sets and stuff. So you can import characters you make in the game Role Player into this. But yeah, we are gonna try and get what we need. So Rach is very good at manipulating red dice. We need a blue 6. I'm not great at changing things that aren't black or purple. So I could probably do something with that black. Well, I could re-roll it and hope to make it a number that we need and then turn it a different colour.
I can make anything 6.
Okay.
I can also make anything 3.
Can you turn something red? You usually turn red into things, don't you?
I've got one thing that lets me turn in. Oh no, I can do 2.
Okay. So why don't you? First of all, why don't you try your re-rolls?
I can pick summits up and down as well. Yeah, because I get 3 chances at re-rolls.
Yeah. Well, maybe just tick your 5 into a 6 then, because that's nearly there already, isn't it? And I could just add you a red in.
Yeah.
Well, see, you might use all your re-rolls on this one. So do them first, and we can always pause the re-rolls for me to add a die in. So still 5. So armor, by the way, like we've got 2 card plays each, and then we've got tokens where we can do more. But armor counts as 1 card play. As long as you've got armor from the same set, you can just keep playing it. Well, not keep playing it, you know. If you've got multiple from a set, it all counts as 1 card play. How's it going, Rach?
Not good.
Is that all of your armor?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can tick anything up or down 1. So these are spent cards. You don't get them back until you rest. And that would be my first card played. So have I done that?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you can turn anything 3. You can turn anything 3, and you can turn.
Yeah, I think I'll just use both them to bonus plays, unless you can do something.
Well, you can turn anything 3 and then turn it red. But how are we going to get that blue 6? I think why don't I?
Wait. Oh no.
I can change purple dice. I can get familiar cards back. I can add stamina. I can turn 5s into any colour. You can't adjust that black though, can you? You can't. If I turn that black 5 into a red or a blue, you can't then adjust it, can you? I suppose I could turn it red and then you could turn it into a 3. Right? And then we're splitting the cards between us. And then could I... And then...
GT's a bonus.
And then you could make the blue... You could just make the blue a 6 then, couldn't you? And then that's 2 bonus plays spent. Isn't it? So I turn
How many cards have you played?
1.
Yeah.
So I turn the 5 red.
Yeah.
With that. And that's my 2 normal cards. And then you made the red a 6. And then bonus play.
No, red 3.
Yeah. You made the red a 3.
What did you just turn into a red?
The black 5.
The black.
So you don't actually take a red die out of the bag. You imagine that you changed it. Because the amount of dice in the bag stays the same.
There we go.
There we go. It worked out in the end. We need to rest though. We've got no... So the bonus play tokens, you can play 2 cards each, and you can spend a bonus play to play more of those, but you don't get any of this stuff back till you've rested. We've successfully done a check, so we get a rest, or rest token resets. We get 2 XP for successfully doing this test. You can see it under the spaces. And then...
And these go back to the bag. Are all your cards spent cards?
Yep. I only used 2 cards, didn't I?
Get
They
these
were
cards back.
powerful spent cards. And then back to the book, where we can see some more business.
You smile through the pain.
So you see that we've succeeded at the check, and now we go to the entry in the storybook that's going to tell us what happens. The pain is excruciating, but you manage to smile, never breaking eye contact with the Grandmaster, who seems sufficiently impressed. The collar cools and its light fades, but it takes longer for your suffering to subside. Amazing, the Grandmaster exclaims. I sent enough pain coursing through your body to kill an army. Here, as promised, your reward. She hands you a small glass dagger. The Grandmaster and her guests return to their discussion, ignoring you. The Grandmaster's back is toward her desk, where she's left some papers. Reveal rare card 8. Get ready for a reveal. It is the glass dagger. So what does that do? Manipulate.
Black.
I think, isn't that a card you've got? Like a different name, but functionally it's similar to a card you have.
I can't up or down it. I think I can just re-roll.
Okay.
Or...
So we've gained another
Flip it.
card. And
Who wants this?
I suppose it depends. Do we decide now? Because it depends really who is going to buy things, doesn't it?
I think we do.
And we don't know
decide
until the
when we
very
go.
end. Maybe no, because I can manipulate. I can re-roll them. But is it best to spread?
But I can do that already.
I'll have the glass dagger then. Okay. So do we have the keyword poster? So the keywords we've been writing on our party sheet, they're only for this adventure. We have phrase, horn, or frogkin. So if it asks us about any of those, we'll do something. So it's like, if you have these keywords, jump to this bit of the book, don't keep reading. Do we have the keyword phrase? We do. So we've been given a phrase that apparently unlocks this secret chest on the Grandmaster's desk.
The Grandmaster's brother has given us that.
Yeah,
who is also trapped in this castle.
Yeah, the Grandmaster's forcing her brother to take part in this Colosseum. So I reckon use the keyword, right? Why wouldn't we use the keyword?
Oh. Dice tray's in the way.
Buy things with money. We've got no money. We spent all of the money gambling, unfortunately. Unsuccessfully gambling. While the Grandmaster and her patrons are distracted by the games, you approach her desk and utter the phrase taught to you by Alizar, Okbu Durek. A small chest on top of the desk pops open in response. You find that it contains a ledger with information about all the contestants and performers of the Colosseum. Read your own entry, read Gasharak's entry, read the Great Kalso's entry, read Alizar's entry. So Gasharak was...
We can fight her. She's the current champion.
She's the champion. Alizar is the brother who gave us the phrase. Who's the Great Kalso? We saw a poster for him, right?
He's the magician, isn't he?
Yeah, we haven't seen him though, have we?
Wasn't he at the Gladiator Dormitory?
Maybe.
Or the Grandstand?
So whose entry do you want to see?
He's the one who we did Ash to and then we got the thing. Well, I think we read our own. Surely we can read more than one.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's read ours then.
Why not?
You find a remarkable image of you that bears your exact likeness. Other than that, there is very short entry. Gladiator from Ulos, personality unknown, threat level low. Despite clear limitations, has shown surprising success in the arena. Oh, good point, Matt. Yes, before we keep reading things, we'll rest. Should we do 2 or 3 XP?
Whoa, I'm a vigilante and I wrestle. I'm a wrestler.
Vigilante. Should we do 2 or 3 XP?
3. 3 for sure.
3 XP then. So the more XP you spend on resting, the more dice each of us get. to rid us of some of this stamina. If you're spotting us on Board Game Geek, by the way, Slickerdrips on YouTube or Twitch. Mainly YouTube, though. There's hundreds of playthroughs on there. There's some on Twitch, though. So what you roll is how much stamina you recover, which for me is 6.
Should have put that back in there.
2, 4, 6. But you also get to refill your stamina rows back to your attribute. So if you didn't, recover fatigue by that much, you just have to take it from the supply.
You get your spent cards. And don't forget to flip your skill.
Get this back. Get skill back. Get the bonus play tokens back. So we have leveled that up quite a bit. We've got 4 of those. And then dice in the bag. So now we can continue reading things.
Well, Gasharak next, because we want to fight her, don't we?
Okay.
So...
We do not have the title Champion of the Colosseum. You find the entry for Gasharak, free gladiator and current champion of the Colosseum of Ashes. Multiple reports of violence against other gladiators outside the arena. Supervision recommended at all times. Medical records indicate a previous injury that continues to be the source of a significant discomfort. Although the outer wound is healed, a steel fragment from a sword was left inside of her chest. Repeated blows to this area are likely to cause considerable damage.
Important information.
Gain
the title card 105.
Ooh, I thought I was going to have to write that in.
Ooh.
So title cards are they're like keywords, but they persist between encounters. So we've discovered Gasharak's weakness there.
That's going to help us out there. So Great Calso or Alizar?
Great Kelso. I suppose let's just read them in order. It'll be easier
11,
on the book as well.
Yeah.
And it'll stop the camera having to go white. You find and read the entry for the Great Calso, human entertainer from Ulos, former court jester and known agent of King Taran from the Kingdom of Narlos. His performances continue to attract large crowds. With an artistic disposition, Calso requires constant flattery and reassurances. If he refuses to perform, Colosseum administrators should attempt to appeal to his oversized ego before doling out punishment. When a performance fails to meet his expectations, he is a danger to himself and others. And then let's read Alizar's entry then. Person who let us unlock this chest. You discover Alizar's entry, brother to Sylvian, former champion of the Colosseum of Ashes and current Grandmaster of Games. Protected status. Under no circumstances is Alizar allowed to be killed in combat. Every precaution should also be taken to protect him from the other gladiators while outside the arena. Though less skilled than his sister, he shows promise as a gladiator and is likely to earn his own freedom fairly through combat. Should the need arise, however, assistance shall be provided. So he's the Grandmaster.
No, he is Sylvian, who is the former champion of Ashes, and that's her name.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Commas, they're important. That's it, then it's use an item. Should we try the control? Oh, no.
Yeah, we could try the control collar. We haven't lost it.
She has used it against us while we've been here. But...
I was going to turn it off screen for a second, because every time you show the camera something new, it goes blinding white while it focuses. Give it a second. You place your hand on your control collar. So this is another this is like a point and click adventure thing you can do here. You get items that have got numbers on them, and you can go to where the location that you're in, add the number to it. You can look in the storybook and see what happens when you try and use your thing. You can combine two things together. So we have these control collars on in our Colosseum. We're going to see if we can do anything with them. You place your hand on your control collar, and it immediately comes to life, which has happened a couple of times before. An image of the Immortal Knight is projected into the Grandmaster's private viewing area. To your surprise, he immediately charges toward the Grandmaster and swings his sword. She dodges artfully, but casts a sharp look in your direction. "Turn off," she shouts. When she does, your control collar activates, and a surge of pain floods through your body. "I said turn off," she shouts again. Your control collar seems to shut down. The image of the Immortal Knight flickers and then disappears. "My idiot engineers were supposed to have that fixed," she explains. "I fought against someone calling themselves the Immortal Knight in the arena. We were not friends. I suppose that's putting it mildly. Some of that animosity must have made its way into the collar's programming." Oh, we take fatigue for that.
We did last time as well. We should have remembered.
Yeah.
We didn't take as much last time, though.
But we know now that's someone that she fought in the Colosseum. So and that could potentially kill you. And you need to go to an entry and see what happens when you got killed. Thank you, Mariano. Tipped me. I only just noticed that come up in the corner there. Thank you very much. Sorry if I missed any other ones. But yeah, all of these links and things help keep us here and keep us doing things. Thank you very much for everyone that does those things. So we need to go somewhere else, don't we?
So shall we go and fight here? Because
See, we can have a random encounter in the arena, but we could go and challenge the champion is in the training arena.
We know our weakness, and what if we go back to the arena and then we don't have a chance to fight her after?
So we can go anywhere. You only have to stop at locations that have got XP on, so there is a direct path here. We don't have to stop. We can stop if we want to try out any of the other places. And this is a side quest, so it's very repeatable. If you like, you can see back earlier in the stream, you roll a die on a table and have little encounters. So like the normal adventures, which you can all see on YouTube on Slickerdrips channel, slickerdrips.co.uk will take you there to the previous 6 adventures. You've usually got more items, more like little puzzles to solve with the things and that. So it's a little bit different, a little bit standalone. So the training arena, I'm just saying that there's reasons you would want to go back to locations in the other adventures. So story.
So we don't have that. We don't have that, but we do have Gasharak's challenge.
Do we? No, we have Gasharak's weakness.
I thought we did. She said, "Come and challenge me."
Yeah, but we never took a title for that.
Oh.
So if there is no XP at this location, go to C1.
Oh yeah, we haven't done it yet. You enter a small indoor arena. The kobold warrior Armand Ra is here, training with Gasharak, champion of the Colosseum of Ashes. You notice that Armand Ra has a small tattoo of a battle horn on his neck. So, we have the keyword frogkin. Here we go to C7. When the frogkin gladiator you encountered in the arena sees you, he seems to panic. Rather than running away, he empties his pockets. Thank you, he stutters, for sparing my life. I would love you to have these. It's the least I can do. Gain 2 gold.
Nice. Let's gamble it.
Erase the keyword frogkin. We can't gamble it. We're not allowed to do it again.
It's Rach's
no.
panda lipstick eraser.
But you're going to moan about me gambling.
Yeah, Rach
you
lost.
made me do it.
Rach lost our gamble. What are we erasing? The frogkin?
Yeah. If there are at least 3 XP on the arena track, you may challenge Gasharak.
Yes, there are 5 XP on the arena track. So we can challenge Gasharak.
Gasharak smiles wide, and her entire neck puffs up like a balloon. Excellent, she says. Meet me in the arena. When she exits through the iron gates, you hear an enormous roar from the crowd. It seems the champion is well loved. Armand Ra, the kobold warrior, stares at you and shakes his head. I hope you know what you're doing, he says. The other gladiators stare at you with a mixture of astonishment and pity. It is clear that they do not think that you will survive Gasharak's challenge. So we've written the keyword challenger.
Challenger.
And she is now waiting in the arena.
Okay. So I guess then.
I'm going to the arena.
The grand finale.
Here we go. So
no.
Not 6.
Go to A1.
And A1 just says keyword challenger. A6. Tom.
You step forward into the arena. Gash o Rach. Gash o Rach, the audience chants. Gasharak charges forward and leaps into the air, landing in the centre of the arena and kicking up a great storm of black ash. For this, the spectators scramble to their feet and cheer. If you have the title Gasharak's Weakness, go to A11. Well, yes, we do have the title Gasharak's Weakness. She's got some metal in her belly or something.
Piece of broken sword.
Gasharak smiles. Get ready, she says. This is going to hurt. You see her briefly wince and clutch at her side just beneath the rib cage. An old wound appears to be bothering her. If you focused on that weak spot, you could cause her a lot of pain. Combat with weakened Gasharak. Okay, so now we have some combat. So, I need to find enemy card number 14.
Ooh, this is cool.
And she's got a good modifier on her.
Although, it's a cool thing. Skill cards do not count against the play limit, but we haven't got any skill cards.
No, we've still got our control collars on.
Because we probably should have gone and bought a skill card.
Oh, yeah.
But we've got no money, so we couldn't really do anything about that.
No. If we'd come in with some money, it would have been okay, but we haven't. So, we get 4 dice from the bag for combat. That's a limit that we've kind of paid for. And so it's the same as the skill checks. We can spend 2 stamina each from Rose to get particular colours of dice. So I think we should probably pay for some red.
Well, I can add a red. I suppose we don't want to use cards necessarily. Let's pay for a red.
I'll pay for a white. I've got loads of... Although I'm a little bit injured still.
And I'll pay for a green.
So you're paying for a red and a green?
Yeah.
And then 1 at random from the bag is going to be...
Do you want to use your power on the red dice? Okay.
Well, you'd have to do that before you drew them from the bag.
Oh.
So you're risking not drawing more red out when I use... I've got an ability that... I think you saw it in a skill check, didn't you? I can set all the dice of a colour to any number.
Right, well, we rolled 2 things that we needed.
Okay, well, I've got... Straight away then, I've got a card that can tick up white by 1, up or down by 1. Where's that? Got lots of cards at this point in the game. The spellbook. So I can tick up that white and that's done. And so it would be nice if we could add a green in, wouldn't it? What about one of your companions, Rach? Rach got a couple of companions that could help out here.
I think we add in the green and white, the Dragool wolf.
Yeah, because you can reroll white dice quite well. It's familiar, so 2 colours of die.
And here's a 3, which works out really.
And yeah, we must have a card between us that turns.
More.
Oh, we need a blue, don't we, as well?
I can turn that blue or green, so let's see what else we can add in. I can add a red in.
White. I can turn things green, or I can just add in a die of any colour.
Yeah.
Can you adjust blue or green, though?
No.
Because if I add the die in and then we can't change it, that would be bad.
Well, let me add in a red then. Or shall I add in my other familiar?
Okay. So the tortoise, red and white.
I can manipulate that as well.
So
it's a 2 anyway.
So I can turn something green, and that's only my second card played, so no bonus plays. And then you can, I think,
turn a red.
Yeah, you can turn a red anything.
Bonus play. Done.
Okay, so what's our reward for that?
3 XP, and these are the XPs here. So the red would be the damage we would take if we didn't succeed this round, and we didn't cover it up.
Yeah, skill checks. You get more dice, but you have to do it all in one go. Combats, fewer dice, but you get rounds to do it where you'll.
These are the bits of things we get. So we get 3 XP, and then we get 2 coins.
So we successfully fought Gasharak. And
get your discards back.
You win the match. A9. Gasharak falls to the floor of the arena, her face bloodied and bruised. She glances up at you, not with fear but with disbelief. The Grandmaster's voice fills the Colosseum. "We have a new champion," she calls, and the crowd roars with both joy and pain. Some celebrate your victory while the rest mourn the fall of their favoured champion. But Gasharak rises from the ash and the Colosseum is immediately silent. As a free gladiator, Gasharak announces, I demand the right of release. The crowd holds its breath as the Grandmaster considers this request. We will return you to your world, the Grandmaster's voice booms across the Colosseum. You have served us well. Not to my own plane, Gasharak calls. Wherever the champion goes, I follow. Send me to Ulos. The Grandmaster agrees to these terms. She opens a portal to the oceans east of Narlos and allows Gasharak to enter. Before passing through the rift, Gasharak turns towards you and smiles. I hope in your world, she says, there are more like you. I'm looking forward to the challenge. Erase the keyword challenger. Record the keyword victorious.
Do you want to get the title card?
And we have the title card 104 for future endeavours. Champion of the Colosseum is our new title.
If you have the title Gasharak's challenge, return it to the deck.
We do not. Place an XP on the arena track from the supply, and I think you'll find that makes our 6th. So there are now 6 on there, so A14.
Reveal Discovery Card 35 and put an XP on it.
Oh, so now the discovery card is a new location. It's in column 2 in the square. Oh, it's where I've been putting some shop cards. Here are our new champions' quarters. Do we put an XP on?
Yeah.
Yep. And there are now 6 tokens on the track.
A2.
Is it?
A14.
A14.
Oh my goodness. It's very late. So very late. It's 9 o'clock.
A14. Your collar flickers to life and projects an image of the Grandmaster before you. Our new champion, she cries, her voice booming throughout the arena. The audience screams and cheers, ecstatic about your victory. This run has come to an end, the Grandmaster says, but your journey as our champion has just begun. You must return soon and defend your title against challengers from across the Planarverse. Again, the crowd bursts into celebratory cheers. Your victory marks a new era for the Colosseum of Ashes, one in which its champion hails from Ulos. The Grandmaster speaks directly to you. Our champions always enjoy the best accommodations. I think you'll find them pleasant enough. We do not already have the title Free Gladiator, so we will gain that. Well, I'll reveal 103. I assume it's that. Yes, Free Gladiator. Now that you have become the champion of the Colosseum of Ashes, you may return to location A at any time to end your adventure. Move your party marker to location F. So we are now in the champions' quarters.
And we have to read entry F.
Yes.
Well. There's no choice.
We are there.
So take the XP. There is a bed with pure white sheets and feather pillows here. A jug of water sits atop an end table, and flowers sent from fans cover an ornate wooden dresser in the corner of the room. You read the attached notes and find that nearly all of them are meant for Gasharak. The others are intended for you. A porcelain tub has been filled with warm water. You take off your clothes and slip in, feeling immediate relief. Each player returns 6 stamina to the supply. So it doesn't go to you. You can't fill your thing, but...
Oh, that's not too bad, though.
Yeah.
Heal a little bit.
One of the walls is covered with old posters advertising events at the Colosseum. Some are artistic renderings of former champions, including Gasharak, the Kobold Warrior, Cathandor, and several different gladiators, going by the name the Immortal Knight. We don't have any of those keywords.
No.
You notice a large wooden chest with a brass lock. The lock, as far as you can tell, has no place where a key might be inserted, but it is engraved with a symbol of an eye. If your Starlit Door favour is the highest favour, you can open the lock. And we discovered that that is our highest favour. Because if they're tied, the one above is the highest. So we can open the...
Oh, nice.
We can open the special box. F10. Do we have the keyword fortune?
Nope.
To your surprise, the lock on the wooden chest snaps open the second you touch it. Inside you discover a collection of small leather-bound books. One volume, entitled The Selected Lyric of Gulpax the Crafter, catches your eye. Several interesting predictions are made in the text. One passage anticipates that a noblewoman, born at Castle Carnival, will spell trouble for the starlit door. Peril can only be avoided if she is placed under a curse that removes her human form. In another passage, Gulpax discusses at length the one they will call the King's Assassin. This figure plays a central role throughout the text. The book contains a great deal of information and is written beautifully. It leaves you feeling inspired. Record the keyword fortune.
Fortune.
Each player increase your charisma.
Oh, I can't. So we've got a limit on the party sheet here. Your stats can be 6 at the most until we spend XP to go further up this mastery track. Unfortunately, through gains and level ups and things, I'm already at 6 charisma, so I can't gain any more.
Use an item, rest, or move to another location.
So I suppose that's it. We've done everything, haven't we? We could use the collar.
Remember, we can use the collar, but also we could visit the brother.
Yeah, let's do that then. We might as well use the collar.
Or the magician while we've got these other...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's worth it.
Use the collar.
You tap your control collar with your hand and a stream of light along with an image of the Immortal Knight are projected into the champion's quarters. Focusing on a poster depicting his own image that has been pasted to the wall, the Immortal Knight attempts to peel it back. He seems surprised when his hand simply passes through the wall. Following his lead, you carefully peel back the poster by its corner edge until it has been torn from the wall, revealing a second poster underneath. The concealed poster depicts a gladiator wearing a metal claw for a hand, and you recognise the fighter as the Grand Master of Games. A troll towers over her in the picture, but there is a bright red slash cut across her chest from her attack. The headline reads, Sylvian, the Claw, undefeated champion of the Colosseum of Ashes. The poster easily peels off the wall and falls into your hands. So while we're getting these keywords, I think we should go to back to old places and maybe see if they're important.
So
where should we go?
Go to the dormitory then.
B. B, 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 B. Right. Do we have Alazar?
Nope.
Return.
Nope.
Free gladiator.
Yes. You find several rows of bunk beds here and gladiators from at least a dozen different planes of existence. Some rest while others pace back and forth, anxiously awaiting their next fight. An injured fighter stares up at you from his bunk. This is Alizar, the Grand Master's brother. He calls you over to his side. As a free gladiator, he explains, you are a welcome guest in my sister's private viewing area. There is a chest on her desk that opens to this whispered phrase. We know this. Okbu Durek. If you can open it, the chest is full of information that could be useful in the arena. Usually you're not told these things. Is there an errata for the side quest?
It's just weird that the text is almost exactly the same.
Yeah, there is. I think there is just one little thing that's been tweaked, I think, in the side quest. I wonder if it was this. Components, storybooks. No, that's not the side quest. In the Tome of Encounters for the side quest has a little errata, but not this.
We can buy those cards again.
So I suppose we've got the keyword phrase again. It doesn't seem like we're supposed to have that keyword phrase again.
We haven't got enough money to buy those things. So,
like, theoretically, you could have done the entire thing without ever coming here. So, if you hadn't, you would now get all of that stuff. So I suppose go to the private viewing area.
Yeah.
Maybe people are going to be a bit more reverential now that we're the champion.
So we have the keyword poster. That's here.
Yep.
So E16. Go on.
You hand the Grandmaster the poster you found in the champion's quarters that reads The Claw, Undefeatable Champion. She looks at the poster over. And smiles. That was a long time ago, she says. I have no interest in returning to the arena, but that doesn't mean the Claw can't live again. She opens a locked drawer in her desk. Here, she says. "Bring this to my brother, Alizar. You will find him in the gladiator dorms." She turns her back and rejoins her guest. Erase the keyword poster. Record the keyword claw. And reveal rare card 19. Does this mean we don't need to visit the brother and we could keep rare card 19? Sylvian's Claw.
Oh,
It's
wow.
that card. It's the card like the dagger, but it lets you do all stuff to green.
We don't want to give him that.
What if he's got something even better to give us? I don't know. We can end it there, or we can go.
Well, I want to go to the magician anyway. Do you want to give it to the brother?
I don't mind. We haven't got anything that adjusts green dice, though, have we? Really?
No.
Let's go to the.
I mean, maybe you want to take it.
Is that all that we do here?
Yeah, because then we can just.
Yeah.
We've done that. So yeah. That's
Yeah.
It.
Okay, then. So go to the. The magician is in the training arenas.
He's in the grandstand.
It's in the grandstand. Just going everywhere to mop up the last bits of the quest.
D1. We don't have the keyword iron.
Nope.
Thousands of audience members are seated in tiered rows encircling the Colosseum. The great Calso is here entertaining the crowd. You notice that Calso is wearing a necklace bearing King Taron's family crest. Near the arena's entrance is a poster bearing his name and likeness, along with the days and times of his performances. The two new combatants enter the arena and you sit down to observe the match. So have we got any more of these?
Ordered, no. Comedian, no. Children, no. Fruits,
we?
no. Ash. We lost Ash, so no.
So actually we can't do anything here.
Okay.
I didn't know whether we would get to do anything else with those.
So the training arena, I guess, is the last place that we can go.
Little gander. So we have Champion of the Colosseum, so we go to C4.
Some of these keywords could have made a difference if you'd done things in a different order, or you'd come across different rolled encounters, I suppose. When you enter, the other gladiators stare at you with fear and admiration. They speak in hushed whispers. The champion. You hear one of them explain to a new recruit. The kobold warrior Armand Ra is here, training with one of the other gladiators. He has a small tattoo of a battle horn on his neck. We know we've met you. Grassling, no. Frogkin, no. Slain, no.
That's it then. Do you want to go to the brother?
I don't want to not have this card, but...
He might not take it, but he might take it.
I want to know what he says.
Okay.
Even if it means losing the card. We haven't really made any money here.
So we've got 3 gladiators, so we go to B2. We read B2 a minute ago. But further down... Do we have the keyword claw? Yes, we do. So we go to B3. Alazar's sister, the Grandmaster of Games, entrusted you with her claw. She requested that you deliver it to Alazar so that he could continue her legacy in the arena.
Do we give the claw to Alizar or keep it for ourselves? Chat.
I mean, I'm not deciding. I'm not doing it.
What do you reckon? What's your input? I really like that card, but I would like to know what happens if we don't give it to him. I'm very, very tempted to keep it. But surely he's going to give us a reward. He might just take it and just say thanks though, and that's just it. And we don't get any favour from anyone, and nothing pretty much happens. Or we could give it to him and give him loads. Keep the claw?
That's the first answer. Oh no! Now we're one for one.
Yeah.
We need one more answer.
Or we need another answer, or we'll have to let the dice decide. I'll get a familiar dice to decide. We just run out of the arena and don't... Like, we didn't even need to come here.
Don't give it to him and don't keep it. Just, like, put it in the bin. Hide it somewhere.
I should not want to take part in the decision and just...
Don't make a choice. Run away.
Oh, yeah. Right. Are we leaving it to the dice, then?
Evens be good, odds be bad.
Not sure. I haven't seen the interface on Board Game Geek and how Twitch comes across.
Oh, odd be bad.
Be bad?
We do want to keep it marijuana, let's be honest. So, odds is bad, so B5.
Keeping it for ourselves.
We
so
are.
A bit of secret.
What Alazar doesn't know won't hurt him. You decide to keep the weapon given to you by his sister for yourself.
Erase the keyword claw. Well, we'll erase them all now because let's go to the end section.
Dun, 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 the
I
end.
think we've pretty thoroughly gone to every bit.
Okay, so the Grandmaster's image fades and the collar falls from your neck and slips into the ashes. A rift opens in the arena. On the other side, you see Ulos exactly as you left it. No time appears to have passed there during your absence. Was we supposed to do something at A first
Let's check.
before we left? So A1, 6 tokens A3. Oh no, we were supposed to do something. We're supposed to go here, I think.
Yeah.
A22.
No.
Yeah, we have the keyword victorious.
I haven't.
Yeah. Here we go. Your collar flickers to life and projects an image of the Grandmaster before you. Our new champion, she cries, her voice booming throughout the arena. The audience screams and cheers, ecstatic about your victory.
We have seen this. This is exactly what it said.
When?
When we won.
Oh.
Yeah, I read this bit out.
Continue the end. Okay. Okay, I remember now.
Maybe she wouldn't say it if you did a normal encounter to get to that bit. But she did say it in our case.
Okay, have we got the title for Gladiator? Yes, we have. You have fought your way through 6 of the Grandmaster's challenges. Now finally free from your collar, you feel like yourself again. You wave farewell to the crowd and they cheer. That some are likely just happy to see you go. Return any cards under control collar to their owner's hands.
Finally.
And I think next time we come, if we come again, we don't get the collar, do we?
Oh yeah? So we'll have some more cards to do things.
Return the collar to the deck. We are the champion. The crowd begins chanting your name. They appear distraught to be losing their champion. A few hoist up an enormous banner that bears your likeness. It appears you'll be leaving behind a number of devoted fans. Do we have Gasharak's challenge? We
no.
didn't, did we? Gasharak's weakness. You learn that Gasharak has a shard of a sword still embedded in her abdomen from a previous battle. The injury continues to cause her pain. You suspect this information could be useful if you ever do run into her again. I don't think we've ever really come across a keyword yet, have we?
No.
To run into her, but maybe that'll crop up. Right, I'm just gonna fall off. Right, I'll just fold it over. Remember to take some ash with you, calls the Grandmaster's voice. When you wish to return, simply run your fingers through it and remember your time here. That'll be enough to bring you back to our games. You put a handful of ash in your pocket and walk through the crackling rift to Ulos. You pass through the rift and are blinded by a sudden flash of light. You find yourself exactly where you were before the rift took you. Not a single moment has passed. Time is frozen still. When the rift snaps shut, the world returns to its normal rhythms. Your life continues. It is as if you had never left at all. Return this clan leader modifier. Return all XP and stamina from the arena track. We can now advance our character and save.
Okay.
I like how we just put that dust in our ash in our pocket.
You never know.
It doesn't seem safe. It might just fall out when we take our trousers off. For a bath.
So, we need to just quickly build a market. So you get 1 card from each of these decks available to buy.
With 4 money.
If 4 cards cost 4. Unfortunately, haven't found armor from either of our sets. There's plenty there for 4 money. First of all, though, we advance our character. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 XP. What do you reckon, Rach?
Attributes.
Attributes.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to put the restriction off, I don't think, because we can
No.
spend 12 of that 15. Upping 3 different attributes. The number is the cost of upping the attribute. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3 XP left. And decide what you're going to put up. I think
I'm going to make 3 of mine 4s, so they're even numbers.
I think I'm going to get a Constitution. So put me at 2 Constitution.
Stop rolling this off.
And then I kind of
You
just
roll
gently.
the table as well.
I think I kind of like having 0 dexterity. I think we should just go through the adventure like that. Maybe with the other 2, finally get myself some dexterity. So we've got 3 XP left over. Should we save?
I think we save it.
Should we just save it?
Save it. Save it.
So we've got 4 gold, and we can buy. Well, we can buy any of these. We could only afford 1, so can't afford you. So let's not look at you. Cure wounds 9 minus wisdom, so that would only cost 3. Each player returns 4 stamina from their fatigue to the supply.
That might be
It's
nice.
cool, but we never use things like that.
Yeah, but there's been a few times where I suppose we haven't both died, but I've died a few times.
Protection, adding a green die. Seems nice. Just having things that add more dice always seems nice.
Yeah.
I don't think the armor's worth having. It could be a thing of, just buy up all the armor and give yourself rerolls, and you will eventually accumulate all those sets of armor, right?
Get protection then if you want protection.
Or we can save the 4 gold. Let's save it then. Save 4. So our tracks, I didn't do this last time actually, and I had to look it up on the video, just so I don't forget. Your tracks all get written in normally, because we've got the expansion.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, you can sell cards. How much?
2
is it? Two money you get?
Good reminder, Mariana.
Yeah, because you could. Are you Bastia? No, you're Vargar. You're race. Yeah, you could. So if there's something we don't particularly want, but we have accumulated so many cards at this point.
We could have done that for them skill. Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, we could have. We could have sold cards for the skill cards, and we could have bought a card that does us green the whole time.
They weren't that amazing though. It was flipper green.
Yeah, but red.
I think adding stamina to the rolls is something that I'm never that bothered about. Turning things other colours is always nice. I've never used it. I think I'm going to sell that. Can I sell it though? Because it's not a market card, is it?
No, it has to be a market
It has to be something you bought. I don't really want to get rid of the market ones.
I mean, I've got a few. If it doesn't affect dice, we don't really use them. So I have never used. Oh, it might not be the ones that aren't a dice.
Yeah. Let's just save.
Objects, and they're never.
Let's just save the money for next time. So we do go into the next quest with some gold in case we come across another merchant selling things in the middle of a quest. We might be able to afford something. We go into it with a bit more XP, so we'll probably be able to level up that again. Maybe we'll be able to get more combat limit and stuff. I think so. We know now that it's a full session to do the side quest.
This looks funky.
But we know as well that so if you weren't here earlier, the way the side quest works is, I imagine it's going to work a bit differently because we're going back there, having already done it. But there is a great big grid of encounters, and we did nothing from the 0 column because that wasn't an option. That's only an option when you go back, we're told. So we've only done 1 from each of these things, and we didn't do anything from the 5 column. So we've only seen 4 of these things. We won't come across, fighting the old champion and that kind of thing again. But a lot of what we find next time, considering we're going back as the champion as well, and seeing all of these different things, you're seeing a lot of new stuff. So, like, in this run through, like, I think in theory, you could just do it all the time, I think. Like, I'm not sure, maybe it can end another way without you becoming champion, but we can go back there, basically, is what we know.
Well,
So
if you didn't beat it, you wouldn't, would you?
between another adventure, maybe we'll have another interlude chapter where we go back and see some more side quest stuff. But next time, that's quite possibly next week. Maybe it'll be on Friday. Maybe it'll be on Wednesday again.
Look at this. Oh, that's exciting.
We have adventure number 7, the Ghost Eaters of the Forgotten Forest.
We're heading to Fallandor.
Who knows what's in there? We don't know. We haven't played that far. So you can see it along with us. Follow us on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. Look at the social medias and you'll see things pop up of when we're doing lives again. I'm going to be live again on Friday at 4 p.m. GMT, playing some First Class solo, which has been requested. I did a playthrough of it if you'd like to see the 2-player game in action. But we will be back next week with some more role-player adventures. And so, yeah, follow us on all of the things if you'd like to see more and find out when. Thanks for hosting us, Board Game Geek. Never had so many people watching. On Twitch, anyway. So, yeah, it's really cool. Thanks for joining us, everyone, for this role-player adventure. No matter which platform you were on, or watching it back later. Yeah, all of this stuff, like in the previous 6 adventures, they're all on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/slickerdrips, for all this stuff. And there's, like, you can see my playthroughs for original role player, or, like, there's nearly 600 things on that channel at the moment. There's loads you can find on there. Hopefully you'll enjoy some more board game goodness on there. And it's all made thanks to patreon.com/slickerdrips if you'd like to help me keep doing it. But yes, we're back soon with First Class. There'll be a recorded playthrough for Squaring Circleville going up this weekend. If you are on Patreon, the playthrough for Concordia Solitaria will be going up very soon. Probably tomorrow, I think. And yeah, other things being recorded, going live, and all sorts of stuff in the meantime. We're going to leave it there for tonight, though. Thanks very, very much for joining us. We'll be back next week. Well, Rach will be back, hopefully, next week to continue our role-player adventure.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you for that. Thanks a lot, everyone. See you next time.
Try.
Bye.